Hey everyone, it's the Angry Honey Badger here, and today I wanted to actually bring you guys a video about Curse Voice. Now I know a lot of you have been seeing a lot of things about Curse Voice, probably all over the internet, on Reddit, on Twitter, on even the League forums, about Curse Voice and a little bit about what it does or what you might think it does. So what I wanted to do today is actually show you Curse Voice, kind of just give you a little rundown about what it actually does in case anybody has been misled with any, wrong information, because that's happened a little bit. That I've noticed, and then just kind of want the public to see it and get their eyes on it, and just take a look at it, and I can just bring them this information for a couple reasons. I do work for Curse as of recently, so I do work with Curse Voice a little bit, and I think it's important for the community to know what Curse Voice is before it's fully released in open beta. So it's still in closed beta if you are wondering, but let's go ahead and take a look a little bit about what Curse Voice does a little bit. So first off, this is the client itself, and the client itself is pretty nice for multiple reasons. First off, really simply, you can create or join a call. To create a call, simple, click on it, you can join a League of Legends call. You can create it even if you're not in game, and then you're just in a call. Simple. You can hang up. Mine says streamer mode enabled because I have streamer mode enabled, and that's where the call information would be if you like the link for anybody to join the call. So, but you can enable that on or off. So nobody else just randomly joins the call if you are streaming. So pretty nice feature for streamers, and nice there. We can just end the call. If you wanted to join a call, you just click on it, you get join session. It shows you how to join it. It's really, really simple. And you, in fact, actually don't even need to really do this too often because you just don't need to. And we'll get to that in a second on why you don't need to even join calls or create calls. It's really simple. Another thing too, Curse Voice is completely free. This doesn't cost any money. It's free. It's awesome. You should use it because it is free. It's really nice too. Superior voice quality is exactly that. It does have superior voice quality. If you're used to using something like Skype, I am used to, that's what I was using previously. Quality is much better than that. People sound much better, crisper, and the pickup from how Curse picks up your voice is just better too. So that's also very nice. So a lot of people are also probably wondering a little bit about options. Voice activation. Can't talk tonight. You can go ahead and click on this. You can get it all set up perfectly. It's really simple to use. You can pick whatever speakers or headphones you are using too up above. Really simple stuff to use. There's that enable streamer mode down below, and you can enable it, or you can even turn off the client if you don't even want to use the in-game overlay. So, but that's what a lot of people are wondering about. So let's go ahead and jump forward and show a little bit about how all that works. Now here we've just jumped into a quick custom game, just brought a friend in real quick. Now when you join into a game, it will say Curse Voice session has been found, and it'll tell you how many people have Curse Voice, and you can join them. It will automatically create a session for your team. So that's where you don't really even need to make anything. So we're gonna go ahead and join this quick, and we're gonna jump in here. My friend does have Curse Voice. Here you can see we're both in here right now. He's not gonna talk because I told him not to, because I'm just making this quick, but we're both in this call. It automatically paired us together, and so that's all set up and dandy. So we're all good to go. We are in our call, and what we're going to do real quick is we're just going to pick a champion and load into a match. All right, now that we've loaded into a game, we can see what Curse Voice does for us while we are in game. So, not that we need to do anything really away from anything, but the first thing you notice is that there are a few different things on our screen. First one being Dragon and Baron timers down here. Now, obviously, they haven't spawned, so we get to see that Dragon's up in 2 minutes and Baron's up in 14 minutes and 30 seconds, which is pretty normal. So now, the first thing some of you may be concerned about, if you're like, well, wait, if you see when they're respawning, that kind of sounds like that shouldn't, it's like cheating or what, so. No, you don't actually get to see when they are respawning if you did not have vision of it when it died. So, if the enemy team takes the first dragon at, right when it spawns, which, is ridiculous, but if they take it, let's say they take it at level 3 or 4, they take it pretty early, they do an early one, and you didn't have it warded, or you weren't paying attention, and what will happen is it'll still say alive. When this counts down in a minute, it'll just be green and it'll say alive. And what'll happen is it'll just say alive even though it's not there because it thinks it's still there because you didn't have vision. Now, if you killed it and you had vision, then the timer will start over. And that's a pretty simple thing that a lot of people have been doing in chat, but now you just don't have to keep track of it in chat. It's just really simple. It's just a nice fix for, you know, just simplicity and breaking things down for you. It's just convenient. It's a conveniency, which is kind of nice. So that you don't have to worry about. Same thing with Baron on that too. If you didn't see it die, then it just says alive until you go check the pit, and then you see that the pit's empty, and then all it's going to say is dead. It's not going to give you a timer because you didn't have vision of it, and it doesn't want to give you an unfair advantage. So that's what some people probably might be a little concerned about. Another thing is too, up here we do have our teammate. It shows them right here. This will light up green when they are speaking. He's not talking, which is fine. But it'll light up green right down here when it is having that teammate speak. So if you don't know who the person is, you at least know the voice. If you're just like your jungler and he says, hey, I'm going to probably come mid and gank. You can look and you can see, oh, that's my jungler saying that. That's not my top laner. So you'll know who it is. Now the other thing is, this is what has been in the game, and this is green when their ultimate is up. Apart from that, this is now a green bar when their ultimate is up, and when it is on cooldown, it will be red, and it will have a number either on it or outside it, depending on how large your HUD is, and it'll give you the countdown until their ultimate is back up. So if you're a jungler, this is a great feature, because if you are like, I want to gank for mid, but their ult's not on off, you know, if it's not off cooldown. So if you look, you're like, oh, it's off in 10 seconds though, maybe I'll come up there in just 1 second. So then you can coordinate your ganks. You don't have to type as much, just being like, hey, when's your alt up? And then they don't reply because they're like, oh, I didn't see it in chat, my bad. You know, it's just easier to communicate, and you can also say it too, because apart from all of this is the chat system, which we talked about a little bit. And you can actually talk about that a little bit down here. We can mention it. You can actually mute all of it, mute your mic and mute them as well, the whole team all at once, easily within the game. If you just want to mute everything in case, I don't know, you get a phone call or somebody's yelling at you at your house or whatever. You can also just individually mute your mic too, in case you just want to mute yourself. So it's simple and it's inside the game, so you don't have to tab out while you're in the middle of laning or whatever you're doing. So very, very convenient. Now, a lot of people have been confused about what advantages it gives you. Here we can see Dragon is now live. Advantages it might give you that aren't fair. Now, all this stuff is information that we actually already have in the game. These are just giving us a countdown to when their ult actually is up, but it already was telling us, you know, their ult was up. You just have to pay a little bit more attention to something that's really small. And Dragon, everybody's been keeping track of these anyways. It's just a convenience thing that really doesn't give anybody a ridiculous upper hand. It's just convenient now. My biggest amazement with the whole system itself is the actual voice functionality in chat. And lately in League, a lot of people have been talking about how toxic the community can be. And one thing I like about the whole chat option is it'll allow everybody to work together more. And I think that leads to better communication and less toxicity among players. So that part I'm extremely excited about. I know some people have actually already had good success with the amount of people that are even in the beta getting actually teamed up with people and talking to them and actually creating new friends and adding new people to their friends lists on their accounts, so they have new people to play with, because the whole League community isn't negative. It's a number of people who make it seem that way. So another nice thing is too, you're probably a little bit more likely to rage in a chat box because, you know, inflection, tone of voice isn't in there. But when you're talking to somebody, you know, you can be like, oh, hey, you might not want to push mid, you've died twice, you know, like, hang back, I'll come gank in a second, and we'll get it all worked out, instead of, hey, stop dying mid in chat. That sounds, you know, it doesn't come off quite as well. You can just be like, hey, I'll come roam, I'll help you out, we'll get this taken care of. So I'm really excited for the League community to get their hands on this. More betas will be coming out in the next couple of weeks, because it's just going to start happening. Hopefully we're going to see a full open beta soon. I'm really excited for this. Let me know if you have any questions about the program, if I didn't cover something, or if you're unsure about how I worded something. Please leave a comment, and I will get back to it if I don't miss it. So yes, thanks for checking this out. I just want to give you guys just a rundown on what Curse Voice is, a little bit about it and what it looks like a little bit, in case you hadn't seen too much about it or no one had explained it to you. So thanks for checking out the video, guys, and good luck out there on the fields of justice.